Alright guys, I'm going back to the Crimson bonus stage. It's been a little bit of time. We now have the data mine available, so I know exactly what these bosses do, so I was able to fine-tune the team a little bit better. And I'm going to be doing it. Now, I just want to say real quick, this is going to be like the quote-unquote the budget guide, but I think it's more useful for me to show team setups that people can copy more easily instead of just using 4-star units only for the sake of using a 4-star unit. Like, I'm going to use Rosa because she has Dispelga, which is a somewhat rare ability, but I'm going to use Bosch as my tank instead of Mistia because he is better, and I do think most players have like a rainbow tank at this point. Something like Mistia could work, but I want to show a more effective team instead of just the lowest possible unit to do it. But anyway, the team I will be using is Tidus. Now his only duty is provoking with evasion. So you can use any unit with evasion you want to single target provoke. You do want 100% dark resist, because if they die on the initial ambush of the third phase, you could have a problem. So you want 100% dark resist to make sure they survive that ambush from the third phase. And a little bit of spirit so they survive the ambush on the second phase. It's going to be some physical attacks and an AoE fire attack. 335 health or spirit and 10,000 hit points is enough to survive the second phase ambush. Fina is going to be our healer. Now, if you've got Folka, she's a good choice, but Fina is a good choice if you don't have it. Now, if you don't have Folka, you want the whole team immune to every status, because the third boss uses all 8 statuses on your team. Now, Folka can immune them, but if you don't have Folka, give everyone like a ribbon or some such. Oh, and I gave, real quick, Fina, I gave her Raven Cape so she survives the second phase ambush. I want to make sure she doesn't get targeted because of Raven's or Phantom moves, camouflage, 100%. I also gave her the Arc Arcana so she can cast Fire, Blizzard, and Thundega for the mission. Of course, you could use items or whatever, but this is the easy way to do it. Rosa, like I mentioned, it's going to be forecasting Dispelga, because I want to be able to do Dispelga and heal on the same turn. So I'm using 2 different units that can Dispelga. This is so we can remove the imbue from our DPS. Now, if you're using pure magical DPS, like Transterra, High Seraph Ultima, Ellie, Grimlord Secura, or whatever, you don't need to remove the imbues. But we're using a physical-based magic DPS of Malphase, and if she gets imbued, she can't do damage. We have to remove those imbues. Now, we also want the manufactured Nephesite. This is going to allow us to seal the Dispel in the final phase. Now, if you saw my first video, you saw that you can finish the final phase very quickly before the Dispel happens. But with a lower DPS team, you want to be able to seal the Dispel, kind of like Alexander. And we've got Calamity Border for the resist buff to help out on the first boss, as a resist buffer. So Rose is mostly a support unit on this fight. Bosch is the magical tank that I mentioned. He's also going to be doing breaks. The first 2 bosses can only be spirit broken and defense broken, so a breaker is not that important. It only speeds it up. So if you want to bring like a tank that can't break, like Chow or Beryl, or actually Beryl can break. Chow, Lilith, for example, if you want to bring a magic tank like Lilith, it's fine. You don't need Bosch, but he is helpful because he can break. He can do 2 duties in one. And Bosch, you want pretty high fire, ice, and lightning resist, and dark resist for your magical tank. Water, wind, earth, and holy is not important. My first video I didn't realize that, but those are all not important elements. Now, Malphase is going to be our DPS. Now, if you do have a true non-elemental magical chainer, those are superior. This is an option for those of you that don't have that. Now, you could use, like, Aurora Frievia is a good choice for this. Regular Frievia chaining her Saber Flunge, but it's non-elemental, is good for this. You want to build them for pure magic. And again, if you have a real mage, that's better, but Malphase will work. We're going to be chaining non-elemental AoE with Malphase. And the friend we're grabbing is Angel's Malphase, same thing. Built status immunity and high magic. Alright, so this is going to be our team. Let's get into it. Alright, so the missions are going to be no green, deal fire, ice, and lightning, and defeat with an Esper. So we're not bringing a summoner, which is a little unfortunate. I couldn't really fit a true summoner. Like, if I had Aiko, I would have brought her, but I don't have Aiko. It's really a shame, because I do like her. But anyway, so we'll just be building the Esper Gauge the old-fashioned way, by hitting the boss and getting crystals. So it might be slow for a few of these bosses, but I don't think it's going to be too terribly bad. Alright, come on now. Alright, here's the ambush. The resistance shift. Then you can bring, like, fire, ice, or lightning mages and just wait for the proper resistance debuff to happen. But that seems like a headache to me. I'm not going to bother. Alright, so Rosa is going to Calamity Porter. Tidus is going to Provoke. Bosch is going to Magical Cover. And then Malphasies are going to chain Thousand Wings. And Fina will just dual cast Lightning and Fire, and we'll do Ice next turn for the mission. Alright. So we didn't break the Spirit yet, so the boss is not taking too much damage right now. Alright, so we need to do Ice damage. Let's do Ice. So there's all the elemental missions complete. And Thousand Wings, if you use Malphasia, you know, upgrades into Thousand Wings Plus after using it, which does more damage. So you want to go ahead and swap their chain. Now I'm not going to break the boss's spirit until I get all the Esper crystals, because I don't want to kill the boss too quickly before we get the Esper ready. Although truthfully the Esper Gauge is almost filled, so I probably should go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and break the boss's spirit. It's fine. I'm only using a 50% break with Bosch currently. Alright, so Bosch will go ahead and break that spirit. Oh, I should have broken both. Actually, it doesn't really matter. Alright. Yeah, so this boss is really tanky against physical, so even though Malphasie is a hybrid unit, her physical portion is doing basically 0 damage, truthfully. Because, yeah, she is, this boss has 15,000 defense. It's kind of ridiculous. Alright, actually, I'm going to go ahead and do Bosch's Good Spirit Break. Bell of the New Dawn. Now let's go ahead and chain again. Alright, so we should get the Esper Gauge here. Got it. Alright. Now it's just a matter of working the boss down. Like, this boss is very low risk. He does almost no damage at all. If your magical tank is resistant to fire, ice, lightning, and dark, which ours is. Alright, so we'll go ahead and put Bosch back on cover. And this is just a matter of slowly chipping away the boss with, whatever that's called. Tornado. Alright, so actually I think Bosch's Good Break wears off in a turn. We'll swap Malphasies to an even better break in a moment. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and swap the Malphasie to a better break. Because Malphasie has a 74% break, which is even stronger. But we're gonna first entrust over to Malphasie, so she can limit burst for the nice magic buff, and then we'll Birds of a Feather, which breaks the boss, does a little bit of damage, and it gave us a nice magic buff as well. Alright, so we've got the Esper Gauge ready to go. Alright, let's go ahead and swap. Raucous Storm does ice damage. We don't want to use that. Alright, so we'll go back to oh, that's the wrong one. Thousand Wings. Unfortunately, because we didn't cast Thousand Wings last turn, we lost the unlock. But it's fine. Manatopia, let's put Bosch back on magical cover. Let's do all of this. And let's change. We should be doing more damage now. A little bit more. It's not going to be doing too much more. It did about 12%. That's good. And that was only regular 1,000 wings as well. It wasn't the plus version. Uh, 1,000 wings plus 1,000 wings plus. What are the missions again? It was defeat with an Esper and no green magic. All right, we're not using green magic, so that's fine. All right, so the boss is at 30%. Let's see how much damage we deal here. 30% to 13%. Okay. So that was 17%. So this is actually going to be the kill next round. Assuming she's still broken. She is. Alright. Oh, you know what? I didn't bring the right Esper. That's fine. Alright, so we're going to do this. Hopefully that doesn't kill the boss. Yeah, that was an intentionally bad chain. Alright. Now we're going to wait for the boss to go weak to fire. I just noticed I didn't bring Bahamut, so the only Esper I can hurt the boss with is Phoenix. So I've got to wait for the boss to go weak to fire so I can actually kill her. Alright, lowers ice resist. The boss should change resistance next turn. So we'll just wait. Alright, she went back to ice resist. Alright, okay, so this is just a demonstration video. So we're gonna, instead of sitting here for 5 turns, 10 turns until the boss decides to go weak to fire, I'm just gonna pretend he's weak to fire, or that I properly put Fina on Bahamut like I should have, and we'll do a summon. So there we go. So technically we just finished with an Esper, fingers crossed. So we did that mission. Yeah, when you're building your team, give your healer Bahamut, so you can use a non-elemental Esper finish whenever you want. That was just my mistake that I forgot to do that. But for the sake of demonstration, we did finish with an Esper. Yeah, I could have sat there for 5 more turns, but whatever. So no items, no limits, defeat with magic. This is going to be no problem at all. Alright, so this is an ambush. The boss is an ambush with an AoE fire magical attack and 2 single target physical attacks. If you're not using a passive provoker, the single target physicals hit your highest spirit unit by default. But we've got Fina on Ravencloak for camouflage. It shouldn't hit her. We're going to see what happens here. Fingers crossed that it doesn't kill anyone. Alright, so here's the fire. And physical attacks hit. It did hit Fina anyway, but she survived. Okay, so I guess it doesn't do that much damage. Okay, so that was okay. So we're good. We're good here. So the missions are no items, no limits, with magic. Okay, that's no problem. All right, so Bosch is gonna magical cover. We were hurt quite a bit though. All right, so Fina, that's not Dystopia. I don't want to use that. All right, Fina's gonna heal us. And we will re-raise on Bosch, just to be safe. I don't think he's going to die, but, who knows. Alright, now we can't use Limit Burst. I was going to actually use my phase's limit for the buff, but we can't for the mission. Alright, so we're going to 1,000 wings, 1,000 wings. Yeah. Now the boss is not spirit broken. Oh, we're imbued. Dirt! I didn't heal that with Rosa. And I don't want to heal it now because I can't recast cover yet. Oh yeah, and the boss counters physical, but it's not too bad. Alright, I totally forgot that the boss imbues. I can fix that. No, the imbue is the reason we brought Rosa. What is the imbue called? Napalm. So when you cast Napalm, we have to dispel that, which is totally fine. We planned for this. So we're gonna Curaga and Dispelga. And we're going to redirect that Dispel. Now, if you have problems doing the Dispel trick like I just did where you redirect it, You can use like Bushido Freedom on your healer. Your Rosa doing Bushido Freedom will do very low damage to your team. It shouldn't kill anyone, and you can do that very easily. But if you can do the Dispel trick, you know, it's more effective doing it that way. Alright, so we're gonna 1,000 Wings. Now, but don't forget, because we dispelled ourselves, we lost all our buffs. So we have to recast Magical Cover, we have to recast Provoke, and we don't need heals, so Fina will just do a Manatopia to keep everybody's mana going. Alright, so I didn't get a chance to break the boss's spirit, so, you know, once we can defeat... Now, he does Napalm very often. He might actually cast it right here at the Dispel again. Is he going to Napalm? He didn't Napalm. Okay, so we're not imbued. So now we can actually DPS. We're going to use Bosch's Bell of the New Dawn for the nice break. Rosa will, I guess, give a Calamity Border. Fina will heal. We've still got Manatopia from Fina, so we don't need to worry about that. Alright, we'll do a chain. There we go. Yeah, these counters, I mean, they're not too bad. And with an evade, provoke, tank, or something. You probably don't even need an evade, provoke, tank, by the way. Like, I'm sure we could do this with just plain old traditional provoking. So let's keep Fina on Manatopia. Actually, no, let's have Rosa stay on Bless. I think Fina's going to do Divine Veil instead. For the buff. Alright, so the boss, I'm actually checking the wiki. And the boss doesn't use Napalm anymore until below 50%. So we don't have to worry about the imbues until below 50. Then we got to start removing those imbues. Alright, let's go ahead and chain. And then we'll just do all this again. Oh, I probably should have healed Malphasey, shouldn't I have? Ah, whatever. Yeah, she's fine. Alright, let's keep chaining. No limits, no items, defeat with magic, okay. I gotta remember to defeat with magic. You know? And if it slips my mind and I don't finish with the magic, Fina can cast Ultima for the magic finish, you know. But hopefully I don't forget. So he's below 50 now. Now he's going to start using more abilities. For example, Napalm. So now we are imbued. So now we got to get rid of that imbue. Otherwise we can't hurt the boss. So Rosa will dual white. Where is it? Just heal and Dispelga. And remember, you can use like whatever you want to redirect this to your team. And we did the spell, so we need to Twilight Guard and Provoke again. Fina will just Divine Veil again for the attack buff. You know, why not? And we'll keep chaining. Alright, so I didn't see what the boss's health was, actually. I should have looked. Now, he only imbues every 2 turns below, or 3 turns, maybe more. I don't know. Ugh. Oh, he does it on a threshold, and then every 2 turns. So the 50% threshold was why he did it last time, and that was the every 2 turn imbue. So he won't imbue next turn. But, you know, he did do it this turn just now. Alright, so we will do the same thing, redirect with the spell. The boss is not currently broken because it wore off. I have to keep recasting cover. He's not going to take much damage here, but we'll break him again next turn with Bosch. Because he won't imbue this coming up turn. Yeah, the imbue is only on odd turns. Alright, so if Bosch's good cooldown is available, I'll use that. Yeah, plenty of single target attacks. Alright, Bell of the New Dawn is available. Alright, we don't need to do anything with Rose, so we'll do a defense buff. Alright, let's go ahead and chain. So the boss is at 27%. 13, so we're doing about 13% around. Okay, good to know. Alright, so this turn is going to be an imbue. And we'll take care of that with Rosa. No problem. Actually, no, I changed my mind. We're going to take care of the imbue. Let me reload first. With Fina, because I want to do a good heal to make sure we're fully healed for the next encounter. So we're going to Curasia and Dispel with Fina instead. Let's target our own team. And we're going to use Rosa to cast Holy for that Finish with Magic mission. In case we finish the boss here. We might. No, a little bit short. That's no problem. No problem at all. So we'll cover. Alright. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and just regular heal with Fina. And we're going to Holy and cast Tornado. Or, Thousand Wings. Now, regular Tornado won't work on the first boss, by the way. If you're thinking about bringing in, like, Lexa or Barbarisha or something, the first boss is completely immune to wind, and it never changes. So, but Malphasi's Tornado is naturally non-elemental, which is why it works. Yeah, just keep that in mind. Alright, so the next, we did all the missions. We did no items, we did no limits, and we finished with Holy Spell. Alright, so now the final boss is 2 Espers, 3 or less items, and within 15 turns. I think we're going to get the 15-turn mission. We'll see. Malphasi's not nearly as good DPS as High Seraph Ultimate is, that I used in my first clear, but it's fine. Malphasi does have like loads of natural Demon Killer, which is going to be a big help on this boss. Now there is an ambush. It's going to be single target dark attacks, 2 of them. Actually, that's the only damage. 2 single target dark attacks. That's why we wanted our tanks to be immune to dark. So if the tanks get hit, they will not die. And Rose has enough spirit to survive. So who's going to hit? Alright, it hit Malphasi and Bosch. Now because Malphasi's on Diablo, she has Dark Resist as well, so it didn't kill anyone. So we're good here. So Tidus is going to provoke. Rosa is going to summon an Esper. For one thing to heal us. The second thing is we need to summon 2 Espers, so that's 1 Esper down. Bosch is going to magical cover. The Malphasi's are going to do their thing. They're going to Thousand Wings. Now we're not breaking the boss's magic right now, which could potentially be a problem. Because of that, I'm going to re-raise everybody. I don't know if not breaking the magic on turn 1 is going to cause a death or not, but I want to be 100% safe. So we're going to go ahead and Thousand Wings. Alright, so yeah. So we're not nearly as much damage as Malphasi was. Or, High Seraph Ultima was. Alright, so they're not magic broken. This might kill Bosch. Oh yeah, he dead. But the friends are gonna die this turn, so we're good there. So let me Thousand Wings plus, and we're gonna take out these two guys. Alright, I want to re-raise Bosch again in case he dies a second time. So let's re-raise Bosch, and I guess heal. Isn't anyone even hurt? No, but whatever. That's fine. Alright, so Bosch did die, so we need a magical cover again. I'll go ahead and Calamity Border. And let's go ahead and chain. Alright, so we got a second Esper. So we're going to summon Golems. We summoned 2 Espers. That mission is complete. Alright, power, poison, and darkness. So we got that was an imbue. We are now imbued with darkness. So to fix that, we are going to get rid of it with Rosa. So Rosa will heal and dispel that imbue. You see, adds dark element. You know, we don't want that. The boss is immune to dark. So we're going to heal and then redirect the dispel. Alright, we did dispel ourselves, so we need to provoke. Bosch needs the magic cover again. I still haven't had a chance to break the boss's magic, which is kind of annoying. I'm having to do dispels and all that foolishness. And Bosch is not having a chance to break. Which is annoying, but you know, we're okay for the moment. Now let's re-raise Bosch in case he dies again. And let's curate. We're not, like I said, we haven't broken the boss's magic, so he's dealing more damage than he would be otherwise. Now, once I get a free turn, I will dispel the boss's. I'll break his magic. All right, so here's the mana drain, and here's Ultima. Okay, so this is not going to be a problem. Oh, he survived even without a magic break. That's good. All right, turn 4 is going to be a dispel. We're going to use Nethicite to absorb that, but for now, let's go ahead and Manatopia. So Titus can provoke again, because he got mana drain. So we're going to provoke. Bosch is going to break the boss's magic now that we finally can actually cast. Actually, Bosch, he's really hurt. He's going to use a good magic break because that gives him a barrier too. Now we're going to go ahead and do our chains. Now we're going to use Nethicite to absorb that. This actually wasn't 50% a threshold. It might have been. Well, let's find out. This might be a threshold, Demonic Nova. It was. So he's not going to dispel, which is unfortunate because I wanted to show absorbing the dispel. That kind of sucks. Actually, that's really unfortunate because now we Rosa is still absorbing magic with Nethicite. Oh, wait a minute. Did we get dispel? We have no buffs. Was Demonic Nova a dispel? Demonic Nova? No. No, we don't. We have no buffs. Is the data mine wrong? I didn't see her cast Dispel. Huh. I didn't see Dispel. Well, we lost all our buffs. Yeah, we lost all our buffs. No, Bosch has his buff. This is really strange. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna recast everything because that was unusual. I'm at a loss. I don't know what happened there. Okay, I'm gonna recast everything. I'm gonna use Bless with Rosa, and I'm gonna use Eternal Light with Fina just to be completely safe. That's an AoE re-raise. All right, let's keep chaining. All right, Power, Poison, Darkness, and Ultima. Okay. I think Bosch is going to be fine. Yeah, Bosch. This boss does low damage when you break his magic. He dealt high damage the first few turns. We didn't have a chance to break the magic. All right, but we're going to go ahead and remove that imbue with dual cast, Curaga, and Dispelga. And remember, you can bring Bushido Freedom to do this trick if you can't cast the Dispel trick. Just make sure your Rosa has whoever you bring has very low attack. And this should be a win. The mission was within 15 turns. We did it in 6 with Malphasing. So there you go. So here's a way to do it with this unit. Just a reminder, we're using a hybrid unit, but they're built for magic. They have highest possible magic. Don't worry about their attack stat. Go pure magic for this team if you're using hybrid units to chain. Because, you know, truthfully, there's a lot more chaining hybrids than there are chaining non-elemental mages. Other than Grimlord Sakura, Transterra, and High Seraph Ultima, all the other mages chain elements, which is not good for the first boss. Some examples of non-elemental chaining hybrids are Aurora Frievia, regular Frievia, Malphasing. I think Carlet has has a non-elemental chain. Conchira, no, Conchiras are elemental. Don't use Conchira. That might be it for hybrids. If there's more, somebody post in the comment below. But there's an example for the bonus stage. See you guys later.